I think you know about Niganta's practice. Even today, if you go to India, you can see they are fully naked and sit on just ground, not use any mat, never use, and fully naked. Never use any vehicle, always walking and eat, consume food, not use any container, the plate or anything. Likewise, so their lifestyle is always feeling pain, sharp pain. So this point Blessed One used to explain them. Their practice is useless. So Blessed One asks this from the Nigantas. Friends Nigantas, what do you think about this? When there's intense undertaking and when there's intense striving, do you feel sharp pain on account of that strain of intense exertion? Or when there is no intense undertaking and when there is no intense striving, do you feel sharp pain? Do you feel sharp pain on account of strains of intense exertion? Blessed One asks. Then Nigantas replied, Friends Gautama, when there is no intense undertaking and when there is no intense striving, we do not feel sharp pain on account of strains of intense exertion. And when there is intense undertaking and when there is intense striving, only we feel sharp pain on account of strains of intense exertion. Nigantas replied to the Blessed One. Blessed One said, Friends Nigantas, then you accept it. You are always feeling sharp pain. How it's happened? Because of your self-imposed strains of intense exertions which is arise through the ignorance, not knowing, delusion. So your practice is useless practice, mistaken belief. Blessed One said. Then end of the discourse, Blessed One explained what is the useful practice and spiritual practice. But when I explain about this, sometimes you might think, even the monks, there are some monks who use over effort. You will ask, because there are some monks stay in the open space, not use any lodging, any shelter. There are some monks use only one meals, eat only one meals, not two meals. There are some monks use only single posture, sitting posture, not posture. So there are some such practice something like using our words? Is it praised by the Blessed One? I think you might think about that. Yes, actually, Blessed One praised such a practice. They're called austere practice. I think you know about that. Austere practice means there are 14 objects. Monks can observe one or few of these, if not all 14, for some period. It may be short period or long period, depending on the capacity of strength of the monk, but especially it should be healthy one. Otherwise, Blessed One not praise such a practice for the sick monk, because need effort for these things and strength for these things. Anyway, what is the benefit of this? Blessed One explained this. A monk's thing, when I live in peace, the unwholesome thought will arise, laziness and the thing. But when I use determined effort, then unwholesome thought will fade away and wholesome thought will develop, cultivate. The monk's thinking like that, he observed these austere practice according to his capacity and follow this. The benefit is laziness fade away and energy arise in him, and contentedness, patience, such a good qualities arise in him. And after some time he looked upon this, then he can see the hindrances fade away and concentration and the equanimity develop in his mind. So these determined efforts support to overcome the suffering, and the developed equanimity also support to overcome the suffering, so that the monks use this austere practice, which is called determined efforts. Blessed One explained, monks not wrap with unwrap suffering self, but monks not give up the Dhamma inspired pleasure. That means by self imposed unpleasant feeling he will not wait by self imposed. And but the monks not cling to the pleasurable feeling which is inspired from Dhamma. For that purpose, Blessed One used some example, simile. Supposing a man loved to the lady in his whole heart and bound to the lady in intensive passion and intensive thought. But one day he saw that lady standing laughing, joking with another guy. Blessed One asks, monks, what do you think? Sorrow, lamentation, mental pain and despair rise to that man or not? Monk said, definitely arise. Then Blessed One said, that man intelligently thought, because of too much attachment, I felt sorrow. So I should give up this attachment. He gave up. Then he saw that lady stand with another guy, joking and chatting, smiling. Then sorrow, lamentations, mental pain and despair arise to him or not? Not arise, because he cut down the attachment. In same way, if one can push away the craving, his practice will be pleasant and quick, direct knowledge. But for some meditators, practitioners, the practice may be uphill task, need large efforts. So using determined efforts, austere practice and such things, and how develop his mind, he achieve the target. But after achieve to the target, he will not use those determined efforts or efforts. Using example, using simile, Blessed One explained this. A fletcher, when he wanted to upright the arrow and workable arrow, he used 2 fire flames. Using 2 fire flames, he put the bent arrow in between the fire, and after some time he take it out and make it upright. After he do it, after he achieve the target, then he will not use fire for that purpose again. Even so, the monk, when he develop his mind up to the target, he will not use our efforts. In this way, Blessed One explained about the practice of austere practice in the Blessed One's teaching. In the end of this discourse, Blessed One shows step by step how the Blessed One's teaching become fruitful and praisable. Let's see briefly. If I explain in details, this Dharma talk will be too long, so I'll explain briefly step by step. Blessed One show the presence of triple gems, 3 jewels in the world, and possibility of spiritual renunciation. And after renunciate, when he gone forth from home life to homelessness, what should do? Blessed One explain here. Explain very beginning the set of morality, sila, and then followed by mental development and the necessary things for that purpose, such as sense gardening, sense training, which is called Indriya Samvara Sila, and full awareness, and fading away of hindrances, all those things Blessed One explain here one after another. Then the development of tranquility meditation, samadhi, concentrations. Here mentions about two kind of concentration: fine material concentration jhana and immaterial jhana, both explained here. And when develop the mind up to that level, Blessed One explain about the knowledge of supernormal power. That means reading of others' mind and seeing of the past life in divine eye, such a supernormal power. And finally, Blessed One explain as a last part, development of liberating wisdom, that is inside knowledge. Then Blessed One show the two things. One is 10 sensible points, which is used to justify the Niganta's belief, and 10 principal point which is justified the Blessed One's teaching. Now let's see those 10. Blessed One said, if pain and pleasure arise due to past cause, Nigantas are the evil doer, because the Nigantas always feel unpleasant feeling, but the Blessed One is always feel pleasant feeling, which is without cankers. Therefore the Blessed One is merit doer or wholesome actions doer of wholesome action. And second things, if the pain and pleasure created by the Supreme God, in that case Nigantas created by the bad evil God, because the Nigantas always feel unpleasant feeling, but the Blessed One always feel pleasant feeling, which is free from cankers, therefore created by good Supreme God. If the pain and pleasure due to circumstances and nature, the Nigantas are bad luck, but Blessed One has good luck, because feel pleasant feeling, which is free from cankers, mental disturbance, free from. And next one, if the pain and pleasure arise due to social classes, definitely Nigantas are from the low class, because they are always feeling sharp pain, unpleasant feeling. But the Tathagatas, in that case, considered as good class, high class, because the Blessed One always feeling pleasant pain, which is free from mental disturbance, cankers. And next one, if the pain and pleasure due to present action, striving and exertion, the nigantas indeed doing a bad, wrong, mistaken practice, since they are feeling sharp pain right now. And when considered about Tathagata, the Blessed One's teaching, Blessed One's practice is correct, because Blessed One's feeling is pleasant, which is free from mental disorders, cankers. In this way, explain again all these five in this way. If the pain and pleasure arises due to past action or not, past actions or not, still the nigantas are in censor. In Tathagata, in praise. In this way, one by one again explain. When listen to this, after finish this discourse, the bhikkhus was happy and satisfied with the Dharma talk. This is the Devadaha sutta, Devadaha discourse uttered by the Blessed One, showing the true nature of karma and spiritual practice. What we should understand from this? Especially here mentions about three kinds of feeling: pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral feeling. According to the cause and effect, dependent originations, cause of the feeling is contact, passapaccaya vedana. Cause of the contact is six sense base. In this way, the original cause is ignorance. This ignorance may be from past life or early period of this life, or it may be right now, present ignorance. Whether it is past or the present ignorance, what we should do, the feeling arises due to ignorance, that is the original cause. We have to fade away these ignorance. When we exhaust the ignorance, then unpleasant feeling we will feel as pleasant feeling or neutral. The pleasant feeling also we can feel as neutral feeling. That's the benefit. That's what we should do. For that purpose, we have to do only development of wisdom, liberating wisdom. We have to develop. For this purpose, we have to develop liberating wisdom. Liberating wisdom means the wisdom which is need to the attainment. So we should have power to see what is sense base, how it is arises, how it is produced, what are the cause for the sense bases. In this way, and seen in that, we should have power to realize the arising and passing away of this cause and effect. Then we can comprehend the impermanent non-self and separate situations of all these three things, that means wisdom arises. So we should try to develop these. I would like to share this merit with all of you. May you all good wishes successful, and may you attain Nibbana.